At the start of the film, we see a pregnant woman who is in a lot of pain. She had no one to help her and she gives birth to her child alone. After giving birth to the child, as soon as she took her child out, we saw that the whole village was afraid of her and barged into their homes. Some people even closed the doors of their homes, as if the girl is an untouchable. Then the scene cuts, and we are shown the battlefield. Why is this war going on? This is not shown in the movie, but we are shown a soldier named Mark, who has been shot a lot. He is injured, in bad condition, and there is no chance of his survival. Other soldiers pick him up and bring him to the medical camp, and his treatment begins. There were not very good facilities here, but surprisingly, Mark survived. In this medical camp, more injured people became his friends, and finally, they are released, and they return home from the war. Mark had brought everyone to his house. First, and we found out that Mark is not anyone else, but the husband of Nog. As soon as he came home, Mark was very upset, because in the court he had no child, and his wife was also not here. Suddenly someone came from behind and hugged him, and he got scared. He saw that it was Nog who was loving him. Nog was very happy to see Mark, because it was impossible for him to come back from this war. But now he was saved. They hug each other, love each other, and an emotional scene is created here. Here, Nog brings her son to meet her husband, Mark. And here we notice that a friend of Mark had a bad look on Nog. Anyway, now Mark goes to his village with all his friends. As soon as he goes to the market, he behaves very strangely. Everyone behaves strangely with him. No one even gives him vegetables. And everyone starts running away from him. Mark did not understand that what happened, that everyone is running away from him. Finally, he comes to a shop, and when he tries to buy things, the old lady starts scolding him and asks him, "You still don't know who you are living with. Your wife is a ghost. If you don't believe me, look at her from under your feet." The old lady's son comes and silences him. And here all Mark's friends start making fun of him, because they didn't feel that Neg is a ghost. Anyway, the next day, Mark's friends start repairing Mark's house. And while repairing, they see someone's dead body outside Mark's house. He had a wedding ring in his hand. He was very scared to see this. Before he could tell all this to his friends, a lot of bees bite him and stop him from telling this. And at this point, we feel as if a ghost has stopped him from telling this and intentionally sent these bees to bite him. Now his mouth was closed, but he could have written. He writes and tells his friends that Nog is really a ghost. He has seen his dead body buried outside the house. Hearing this, his other friends get scared and immediately pack their things and try to run away from here. But then they think of their friend Mark. They couldn't leave him with a ghost. They planned to leave quietly at night with Mark. When they went to Mark at night, Mark didn't believe them. Before they leave alone, a boy comes and asks for help. He was the same boy who they saw in the market this morning. He says that my mom told you about Nog, and now my mom is dead. I need your help for her funeral. This boy was crying and telling everyone that my mom was murdered by Nog because he told everyone about Nog. Hearing this, the boys got scared that if they tell the truth to Mark, Nog might kill them. Anyway, after preparing for the funeral, they come back home and try to take Mark again and leave from here. But before they tell the truth, Nog came here. Nog came and told them that the food is ready. Mark also took them and sat on the table and said to everyone, "See how good dishes my wife has made." Although there were dried leaves and insects which Mark couldn't see, Mark felt that it was good food. These people eat insects and insects fearing Nog. After eating, they immediately run away from his house and go to the room in front. Seeing them running like this, Mark feels a little weird, and he goes to them and asks, "Why are you behaving like this?" Here, his friends tell him the truth that your wife Nog is a ghost. She is dead. We saw her dead body. Maybe she wants to harm you. You should leave from here soon. Mark listens to them and says, "Stupid people, there is nothing like that. Nog is a human being. Actually, when I went to the war, the shop owner's son tried to misbehave with Nog. When Nog killed him and ran away, he defamed Nog that he is a ghost. After that, he comes back to his house. When he came home, the strange thing was that there was soil on his clothes, as if he had fallen. Nog asked him, "Why is there soil on your clothes?" Mark doesn't answer him, and on the contrary, he gets into his praises, which makes Nog happy. The next day, it is shown that these people go to a fair to have fun, where Nog had put on a mask so that no one would recognize him and be afraid of him. Mark was trying to win a toy for his wife through a game, but despite hitting cans with a ball again and again, he was not able to drop all the cans. Then Nog used his superpowers and dropped all the cans from his ball, and here we found out the truth that Nog is a ghost. After playing, they go for a ride, where these people were enjoying. And at this time, Nog got emotional and asked him, "What will happen if I die?" Mark interrupted him and said, "You will not die. I will die before you. And you will get someone else. You are so beautiful." At home, it is shown that all Mark's friends were planning to kidnap Mark, so that they can save him from Nag and take him away from here. Just like that, now to kidnap Mark, they come to Mark at night. So Mark guesses their intention and tells them, "Please stop these stupid acts. Nog is not a ghost. I have seen him from under my legs. I did not see any ghost in him." After saying this, Mark leaves from there, and these people start talking. One of his friends says to him, "Who knows what we think is the opposite of the truth? Who knows Mark is the real ghost? Because look, he was shot so many bullets. This cannot be a miracle." This girl's words sit in everyone's mind, and these people now understand Mark as a ghost, and make a new mission that now they will save Nog from Mark. Now Mark's friend, who already had a bad look on his nose, he was very happy that if Mark is dead, then he can marry his wife. At night, these people go to Nog, and somehow tell him the truth, and take him and his son away from here in the dark of the night. He actually wanted to save his life, put him in a boat, and take him to another city. Nog also quietly went with them, as if he also knew that Mark is a ghost. The boat in which they came, that boat also had their luggage. Because of Nog's sitting, the weight had increased. That's why these people throw all their luggage in the water. Even after that, this boat was not moving forward. So they tell Nog, "You drop your child." But Nog could not do that. The boat still does not move, and Mark sees them going and gets into the river. Seeing this, these people try to move the boat forward with their hands, but the boat was not moving. Mark was shouting and telling them, "Oh man, I am not a ghost. Who told you that I am a ghost?" But these people do not understand his words and start crying. Now Mark's friend remembers the words of the villager and tells him that if you want to check who the ghost is, then look under your feet. When he does this, he finds out a twist. That actually Nog was the ghost, whom he had taken in his boat as a human being. As soon as he finds out the truth of Nog, then Nog also brings her superpowers in front of him and holds her shoulder by extending her hand. Now, these people get off the boat quickly and go to a temple with Mark. They go there and tell all the stories to Monk, that how they have lived with a ghost, and that ghost is after them, to save them. Monk makes a circle of his lights, and while doing some rituals, they tie these people in a secure thread. Before Monk completes his ritual, Nag reaches here, and this time she did not change her disguise. She came here in her ghostly disguise. Soon as he saw Nag, Mark started flowing in emotions, and started trying to go to her, while her friends were holding her and stopping her, and seeing her friends doing this. Nag gets angry. She attaches herself upside down and shouts in anger, "What is the problem with all of you? Why are you not letting my Mark come to me?" Then that boy says to that ghost, "We know that you will kill Mark in the same way as you killed that shopkeeper. That's why we are not letting Mark come to you." Now Nog tells her in her defense that I did not kill that shopkeeper. She herself fell into the water and died. Hearing this, another friend says, "You are a ghost. Now you cannot live in the world of humans. You go to the world of ghosts." Hearing this and hearing hatred in her tone, Nog starts crying, and she says to him, "I am not here for you guys. I was only here for Mark. I just wanted to spend a few more moments in this world with Mark, and you guys did not even let me do that. I love Mark a lot. Leaving Mark like this, I did not accept." Hearing this, Mark started crying. Tears came out of her eyes. Seeing this, Nog was also hurt, and to wipe her tears, she extended her hands. Nog was wiping Mark's tears, but her own tears were falling, and this was an emotional scene. Now Nog tells her truth in front of Mark and says, "I actually died after giving birth to my son, but I hid my disguise so that I could live with you. I had no intention of hurting anyone. Now you know my truth. Now I will leave. But before leaving, promise me one thing. After I leave, you will not die for me. You will not kill yourself. You will start your life again. You will marry someone else, and you will try to be happy, even without Me hearing this, Mark wipes his tears and says to Nog, "Do you think I am crazy? I also knew from the first day that you are dead, that you are a ghost, but I did not know where your dead body was buried. When they told me about your dead body, I hugged him and cried, and when I came back to you, my clothes were covered with your grave, which you cleaned. I am ready to live with you like this." After saying this, now Mark comes to him and hugs him, seeing both of them together. Nog's friends also become very emotional, and now they decide that Nog will always stay with Mark. In the post-credit scene of the story, it is shown that they had made a monster house in the village where they used to show ghost shows to everyone because they had a real ghost, and just by showing them all together, this movie ends here. Thanks.